Hey everybody, I'm back on the road again. I'm gonna make a message. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna do a journey into the Biolabs in Ukraine and just see what it looks like on the energy side of things, okay? How are y'all doing today? Okay, sorry to God, I'm gonna get focused now. It's just such a silly way of doing a video. You guys don't even know. Okay. Alright, sorry, God, I'm ready. Okay. I gotta do this with my eyes open. It's pretty gross vibrationally. Literally, it's a lot of there's a lot of weight on my heart, and it's like my heart's being separated from itself many times, and I can't breathe. And there's really horrifying echoes of what could be like a concentration camp experience, okay? Energetically, it feels like this. It feels like the worst case scenario. So I'm trying to actually see what a visual scene, actual imagery that I can go and explore if I'm to look on the energy side of things. And okay. Give me just a moment here. I'm gonna have to start by just simply healing this. It's almost like too horrendous for me to even work through. I've gotta do this, guys, because this light is really bothering my third eye, believe it or not. As I'm trying to accomplish this, I wanted you to be able to see me. We came up with this brilliant strategy so I can make the video in the dark, but it is messing with my third eye. I will say the pressure is really intense, and I want to be able to really concentrate here. Sorry, it's gonna have to be in the dark. Just follow along with my voice. Alright, I'm just gonna start by there's a lack of sound, and the sound must be heard, and it should be the sound of screaming. I can feel it so loud in my heart, like rattling through my heart, and it doesn't come out. So there's no gift of the sound that needs to align with the pain and suffering of what this represents, screaming. And then when I hear the scream, because that's truly what it sounds like in here, although all the sound is silenced, it's instantaneously silenced. The scream is, okay? And this is jacking up my throat chakra. It keeps wanting to push the energy back, keeps wanting to hide it, keeps wanting to be nothing, okay? It's nothing. Oh, it's nothing. Nothing going on here. A lot of pressure, it's overwhelming. Still, I'm not getting clarity for you guys on what this experience is like for me. It's too horrific. I don't want to explain. So I feel like I'm going to hold myself back here because it's too horrific. All right, let's just go into some jacked up details. This is the energy side. This is the visual imagery. This is what it's like. As soon as I go into the visual imagery, again, everything is just like completely like disappears. Like, nope, nothing going on here. It is not easy, you guys. So I just say, okay, that tells me that on the energy side of things, you as a creation, you as an existence, you as a concept, as a gift to humanity, are silencing the screaming, are erasing the visual images, are choosing to blip it, bleep it, erase it, delete it out as though nothing here. It's might as well be a beautiful garden or something. Nothing's going on here that needs anybody's attention. It's serious. So I say okay, because the energy doesn't want to talk about it. It's too horrendous. So when the energy itself can't talk about it because it's too horrendous, it's like trying to talk to someone who can't talk about it either. You can't force people to talk about things that they can't talk about. So you have to say, okay. What I'm going to do is just plant some seeds of light, and I'm going to welcome illumination to take place. I'm going to welcome angelic energy and Christ consciousness and unconditional love for these biolabs. And I want every soul that has a relationship with this energetic space or spaces to find healing in their hearts, no matter what experience it was. I feel like there's some really dark, twisted things that are getting buried as though it never happened. And this stuff is going to come out of the ground, I'm telling you. I really feel strongly that something is going to get unearthed, and it's going to be ugly. And it's going to be a gift. All human beings have the right to see, have the right to digest, to contemplate, to think, to feel about atrocities that cannot be buried, that have to be exposed. And somebody needs to be standing up and saying, yeah, I screwed up. Yeah, I made some decisions. I want to see names. I want to see faces. There's a lot of good people in this world. We get speeding tickets, or we have to deal with taxes, or we have to find a way to pay for our daycare and our student loans, and we're struggling to survive. And these people commit atrocities, bury it underground, and act like nothing ever happened, need to come forward and speak about this, need to be held accountable, like something hardcore accountable. So again, I'm planting seeds of a light and illumination, because this biolab energy is so, it's like it got its tongue cut off. It's like it got its guts cut out. It's like it was tortured to not speak, or else. It's the energy consciousness of what it represents is so jacked up. It's concentration camp level stuff. It's that horrifying. What is that saying? We, the people, need to demand clarity. But we're talking about another country, obviously. But if we're becoming a global community, our fellow neighbors, our other countries, we're here to support, work together, and work as a team to evolve as an incredible human race of incredible people, of love. Nobody should be getting harmed. Nobody should be in suffering. Nobody should be tortured. Nobody should be manipulated, lied to, stolen, abused. All right, again, planting seeds of light here. It is really, I'm telling you guys, prayers like nobody's business need to go out into this, because the energy is so dense and so impossible to break. I mean, it's really, we all need to be working together to support a better world than this. A better world than this. If we aren't deciding, if we aren't making an action or a choice or a movement of some kind, then we are then the decision we're making is that we're okay with the way things are. Making no decision is also a decision. Saying, well, what can I do? Pray. You can pray. You can work with visualization techniques. This stuff is real, you guys. It's not phony baloney. We all have a power. Now, some people make really good attorneys, and some people make, really good doctors, and some people make very good prayers, bringing in angelic energies and love and understanding. All right, I'm going to clear the slate here, and we're going to go in from another viewpoint so we can see some other details, okay? I will say I'm really shook up by this. It's really hard on my heart and my emotional gut and my mind, and I can't conceive of it because I don't want to. Some part of me does not want to. It's almost too terrible. Okay. Okay, Biolabs. I'm going to create a space. I'm going to walk into the space. I'm walking into the Biolabs. It is weird. First thing that comes is a really strange, it's kind of a bluish green colored button on the wall. I push the button, and there is behind a door. Apparently this door moves to the side, and there's a secret elevator. And now I'm on the elevator. And this is even weirder because it goes down a lot longer way than it appears the building is in size. I don't know why I'm still going down. I feel like I've gone down like 20 floors underground. It's like a straight up, reminds me of Umbrella, what's with Resident Evil, Umbrella Corporation. They have these underground places. It's like I'm going down. How come I'm still going down? I'm still going down. Whoa, weird. How come this is like underground apparently? Is that they're burying the information, or there's real jacked up stuff going on underneath these places? Like unfathomably horrendous atrocities. Okay, I'm now an intelligent sort of scientific type, and it's like, is this my day-to-day job? Like, I'm getting off of the elevator, and I feel like I have a clipboard with information sheets on it, and I have actual cells, prison door type cells that are completely, like, they're straight up hardcore doors. Like, there aren't any bars on them. They're full-fledged, fully heavy doors. And there's like, here's room number 1, room number 2, and it's like I'm going to number 86. And there's basically science experiments. And these aren't rats. These are people. But as the scientific man, I'm so curious and intrigued by what the latest notes I'll be taking will be today. And I'm not emotionally phased by what the outcome for this one is going to be. I'm not emotionally phased. I'm not sure what it requires to become this numb to the outcome of human rights. Like, I'm not sure what it takes, but it's I see it's a specimen. I see each person as a specimen. I don't see them as a human being. It doesn't matter what their psychological state is. I don't care, because they're a specimen and they are fulfilling a purpose. And it's almost like these people don't matter to society on some level as well. I feel like nobody's going to miss them. Nobody's going to really know where they went. okay, there's a new scene and I see this is like a teenage boy and he's skinny. He has a metal like necklace on, like it's really tight, and it's not a necklace, so to speak, it's a dog collar kind of thing. And somehow it snaps into some kind of machinery. He's pale white. I don't know how much he's got left in him, really. But I'm being led away from this space here. There's some very unusual looking dogs I'm looking at right now. Even these dogs seem to be hardwired, like not trained in your typical training. I'm not sure, but they don't look like your average. They look like dogs that got implants or something in their head. They're strange. They're like half dog, half machine. Weird. I will say the longer that you spend in this area, it doesn't feel like anybody who goes down in this down underground goes anywhere right away. It seems like they would live down here for prolonged periods of time, because the longer I feel my presence is down here, the more accepting I am of what I'm seeing. It's almost like you forget about the real world and you just become sort of engaged in this alternate reality with these specimens. It almost takes an insane person to be this kind of doctor, I suppose, because I feel like I'm losing myself and my humanity. And as I lose myself and my humanity, it's almost like my relationship with myself, whatever myself is just a concept of identity, right? But my internal dialogue is really becoming dry and almost distant and disconnected. And I have this self-observer that notices that I'm kind of changing inside. Like I'm becoming more like a withdrawn human than a living human. But I choose to be strong in my place, continue to go about my daily routine with whatever the door is that I'm going to be opening today, and whichever specimen, which is more like human, I'm going to be working on, and what I will be adding to my notes today. I will say it's a lot more tolerable down here as I experience being the scientist than it was when I went to the energy itself. Was intolerable, because at the surface, anybody who would, if this information were to come out and we were to actually know what was going on, we the human race in the world would be screaming and crying for these atrocities. But if you're part of it and you just go down into what's buried beneath the surface, it's just day-to-day work. And it's just sort of like you yourself become lost. Ah, man. This is why it's so important that we remember the power of our own heart, because you can't lose your sense of heart. You can't stop caring about other people. Like, you have to care about other people like they're your own family. I feel like that's the true nature of the human race. We also can't look down upon human beings who lose themselves. There has to be solutions that are going to be applied to literally rehabilitate the hearts of all of humanity somehow, some way. But cause and effect is real. You make an action, you need to learn why that action is okay or not okay, but we need to have a system that is actually going to acknowledge that that's not okay, instead of people who get bought out to say whatever's convenient and let things slide, and nobody needs to know about that. You know what I mean? I'm choosing to make a statement. I would love it if all you guys could make this statement with me, but let's all make a statement that with love, unconditional love, and with all the angels from all the angelic realms, and with the heartbeat of humanity that's been beating for thousands of generations of time, that truth is valued in this world in our present day, and that the truth is revealed for every word and period, exclamation point, every sentence, paragraph is released, is known in full detail, and that faces and names are identified, and that just burial for those who endured torment, and acknowledgement and memorial of those souls come forward. Goodness, unconditional love, goodness, illumination, light, Christ consciousness. And I'm just choosing to see this seeping into the depths at every level of dimensional, vibrational existence, in any version of time, in all versions of Earth that are connected to this, that it is uprooted and the weed is pulled out and exposed. I am giving all the power in my heart and soul in all my lifetimes support this goodness, that we all support this goodness, the truth to come out, the weed to be pulled, this to be uprooted, and the truth to be known, and that this can be healed, that we can heal this, and we can grow from this, and we can become stronger and better from this. We can work through this, and that goodness comes from this. All right, everybody, check this out. Here I am. I just disappeared, and I came back again. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the request that I received. Excellent request. Glad I could do this. I feel like I want to do so much more. I feel like so much more needs to be done. I really don't know what to say about that. But let's keep praying. Let's keep visualizing goodness is growing from this earth. Seeds of Christ consciousness are being planted in all of our hearts, everywhere in the world. And the truth is coming out, and that we get to work with the truth. And that balance returns. Justice, balance. That honesty matters, integrity matters. Truth matters. It's the only thing that matters, is the genuine truth. All right. Have a great day or night. Bye for now.